beauty business owners, we do not want to be average. The average beauty business in this industry is not doing well. Did you know that 50% of them fails in the first 3 years? There are almost 1 million beauty businesses in the United States. That means hundreds of thousands are going out of business every single year. Only 5% of beauty businesses are still open 7 years after they started. Only 1 in 20 will open its doors, serve its clients, and still be operating 7 years later. And even those that do survive can almost be worse. The average beauty business owner makes about $35,000 per year. That's below the poverty line for most families. It's not a great place to be. We clearly do not want to be average. We don't want to be doing the things that everybody else is doing. I like to illustrate this point with a story. And this story involves 2 basketball players. First, we have this gentleman right here, Rick Barry. Rick Barry was an NBA player and was very good at free throws. 7th all-time free throw shooting, almost 90% from the line. What's interesting about Rick is that he shot in a style that was two-handed, underhanded, also known as the granny shot. Not exactly the sexiest style of shooting for a professional NBA player, but it worked. And it actually turns out there are mechanical advantages to shooting this way. Basically, the higher the arc of a shot, the better the odds that it will go in. Because even if it doesn't go straight into the net, the odds of it bouncing around and falling into the hoop are enhanced. So the granny shot, because it starts from lower down, actually has the best chance of going in. So that higher arc gives you a higher free throw percentage. Rick was able to use this to great results. Wilt Chamberlain, here's another even more well-known basketball player. Wilt was amazing at so many parts of the game, but was quite bad at free throws. In 1961, he was only shooting 50% from the free throw line. His coach came to him and said, "Let's try the granny shot. I think it will serve you well." And so he did. And he improved. He got his free throw percentage to over 61% just within that year. That same year, he had his historic 100-point game. In that game, he made 28 points from the free throw line, shooting 87% free throws for that game. So did Wilt then embrace the granny shot? Did he use it for the rest of his career to amazing results? No. He did not. The very next season, Wilt stopped using the granny shot. He told reporters that he felt like a sissy. And so he stopped using something that had made him a better player. So the question for us is, do we want to be like Rick Barry, who did something that was different, that was not what everyone else was doing, but to amazing results? Or do we want to be like Wilt Chamberlain? He was amazing at other aspects of the game, but really struggled at free throws and didn't use something that would serve him because he was worried what other people would think about him. What are those things in our lives? What are those things in our beauty businesses? What are the ways that we can shoot granny style, do something that's a little different and get great results? One thing that we can do differently is we can stop comparing ourselves to others. We can stop looking at all the beauty businesses that are around us, looking at their pricing, looking at the way they provide their service, looking at the way they pay their team. And we can focus on what makes sense for us, what serves us, what serves our needs. Really, we want to stop trying to attract everybody, whether that's our team or our guests. We don't want to create something that appeals to all people, because if we've done that, then we've created something that really appeals to nobody. Something else that we can do is we can budget. We can look at our numbers. We can stop hiding behind the idea that we are a creative. We don't like the numbers. It's not our thing. I don't want to touch that. If we can be bold enough to embrace that, even if it's something that's difficult, even if it's something that's different for us, it will serve us. We'll gain more control. We'll be able to make better informed decisions. We'll be able to lead our team, provide for our guests, serve our own families in new and powerful ways. Final thought that comes to mind for me would be that we can create our own unique brand, our own unique experience and atmosphere. What is special about you? What is something that you bring to this industry that no one else does? What makes you stand apart? How can you embrace that? How can you do more of that? Like I said before, we don't want to attract everybody. We don't want every single person to come into our salon. We, in fact, want to build something that stands out. And it should repel some people. Because if it repels some people, then we know it's working. It means it's bringing in and attracting other people. We want to work with our ideal guests and clients, or our ideal employees and team members and contractors and renters and whoever it is. And then the others can find something else. It doesn't have to be anything negative against them, but they can go where they are a better fit, where their unique offering and talent and passion can be best served. There are a lot of different things that we can be doing in this industry. Let's find those that serve us. Let's stop comparing ourselves to others. Let's be different. Let's be bold enough to shoot granny style.